everything you need to start metal detecting for $179. Hello everybody, it's Russ from American Detection, and I have a deal for you. If you haven't seen this already, this is an amazing deal. It's on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. But basically what you're getting is the Tracker Pro from Bounty Hunter Metal Detectors, made right here in America, in El Paso, Texas actually. You get a set of headphones, you get a rechargeable battery, 9-volt battery, you get a USB to C rechargeable cable, you get a digger. Oh, I almost forgot. You get a pinpointer as well. And, did I say this already? You get a digger. The one thing that I don't have that you also get is the Bounty Hunter carry bag. It's a padded carry bag. You can fit all this stuff in there for easy storage. You get all of this. Everything you need to start metal detecting for $179. That's right, $179. You know, there are some other packages out there from some Chinese companies. And, you know, the big difference is this is built in America. This is an American quality metal detector. It's a 2-year warranty. If you have problems, which you probably won't, but if you do, you can go to hold a Bounty Hunter. They're right here in the US and they will fix it, replace it, whatever you need. $179. Let me go through and show you how to set this up for a bunch of different scenarios. All right, I just want to show you some of the functionality of this metal detector. If you can see across the top there, that's called our conductivity arc. Now, this is a small boot nail. This is a small boot nail. You hear that low grunt, and iron popped up. It hit that iron. Tiny, tiny little nail, right? Okay. So now, here is a nickel. You can see it lit up over 5 cents and gave us a mid-tone. Now here is a 50-cent piece, silver Ben Franklin 50-cent piece. You can see it lit up 50 cents and gave us a high tone. Let's try a quarter. Here's a silver quarter. Another high tone and lit up over 25 cents. Here's a zinc penny. You can see it lit up over ZN for zinc and gave us a mid-tone. So we know what we're digging before we dig. Now, we also can tell how deep it is before we dig as well. So here you'll see your depth indicator. There are 3 icons in there. The first one is surface to 2 inches. The second one is 2 to 4 inches. And the next one is 4 inches to however deep you're detecting. So let's try that out real quick. All right, so let's try that out with the 50-cent piece. You can see there's 1 triangle, which means we're right on the surface to 2 inches. Back it up a little bit. We had 2 there, which means we're between 2 and 4 inches. Back it up even further. 3 triangles, which means we're 4 to 6 inches. Here's our iron boot nail again. Let's say I don't want to dig iron. All I have to do is hit my disc. You'll see iron disappeared. Now watch. Iron boot nail again. Nothing. But we can still hit the 50-cent piece. We can still hit the nickel. We can still hit the gold. We can still hit a silver ring. We just can't hit the iron anymore. Now, what about these? These pull tabs, they're everywhere in the park, right? So let's disc that out. So I've disked all the way out to aluminum. Guess what? I'm not detecting that anymore. So now I'm not digging these, but you know what else I'm not detecting? I'm not going to hit the nickel. You know what else I'm not going to detect? I'm not going to be able to detect the gold. But there is a fix to that, and it's called the notch. So what we'll do is we'll hit our notch, and we'll keep hitting it until 5 cent lights up. Once 5 cent is back, we brought it back. Guess what? I can hit my nickel, right? Here's my nickel. I can hit that, no problem. Here's my gold. I can hit that, no problem. So again, not only can you tell exactly what you're gonna dig before you dig it, you can tell how deep it is, and then you can decide, hey, I want to dig that, or hey, I don't want to dig that. All right, let me show you how to set this up. We're gonna power it on. It's gonna power up this way, detecting all metals from iron all the way up to a dollar coin. Your sensitivity is 1 away from max. The first thing I'm gonna do is, if it's quiet, I'm going to bump that sensitivity up. I'm gonna listen to it. Okay, that sensitivity is still stable here. If it was too sensitive, you'd be hearing all the, beeps and false signals and popping and all this other stuff. But we can run it full bore here, so I'm gonna run it full bore. Some places, you have to run it at minimum sensitivity, or maybe just 3 or 4 sensitivity. But here, we can run it at full sensitivity. So for relic hunting, I'm gonna run it as sensitive as possible, and I'm gonna leave everything on. I'm not gonna discriminate anything out. Why? Because where people were is where the relics are going to be. And where people were is where iron is going to be. So many things we used in the past and still today are made out of iron. So I want to hear the iron. I want to get into the iron. When I get into a patch of iron, then I'm going to just listen for anything really above 5 cent and above. Now the beach is the same way. The beach, I'm going to run it as sensitive as possible. I'm going to leave iron in. Why is that? Well, that's because tiny chains will sound like iron bobby pins. And if you're not digging iron bobby pins, guess what? You're not going to dig those tiny chains either. So I would leave everything as is. Have that sensitivity as high as I can. Now this is going to work great in the dry sand. In the wet sand, you have all that salt and all that mineralization. You're going to actually have to bring that sensitivity down. I mean, way down. You might only be able to run 1 or 3. But really, I would stay in the dry sand, the towel line, because that's where everybody takes their jewelry off anyways. They lay it on their towel, they forget, they shake their towel out, and rings go flying. So stay up in the dry sand. That's the best place anyways. So now let's talk about coin hunting. Again, we're going to set our sensitivity as high as possible. And for coin hunting, like in a park here, I'm going to disc out iron, and I'm going to disc out the foil. That way I can get 5 cent and aluminum. That's going to get me my gold, right? And then everything above that is coins and silver. So I'm going to get my gold. I'm going to get my coins and silver. The only thing you might not be able to detect is platinum. But I've been doing this for over 25 years, and I've never, well, I've dug 1 platinum piece of jewelry. So if you want to get those platinums in there, the very rare platinums, bump it back and detect your foil. Now there is a ton of foil at the park, so you're going to be digging a lot. If you want to dig platinum, you're going to have to dig a lot of foil. And that's it. I just showed you how to run this thing at the beach, at a relic field, and at parks for coin and jewelry hunting. Super simple. So for $179, you get an awesome Tracker Pro metal detector made in America with a 2-year warranty. You get a set of headphones. You get a pinpointer. You get a digging trowel. You get a rechargeable battery, which is inside the detector already. And then you get a USB-C to USB cable to charge said battery. Oh, and don't forget, you get that awesome Bounty Hunter carry bag.